Animal infectious diseases have existed, exist, and will always exist. In the recent years, highly pathological avian influenza has vastly spread. African swine fever is rampant. FMD outbreaks regularly occur in different parts of the world. To eradicate a virus in nature is a hard task. If you remove someone from the environment, which it has inhabited for centuries, someone other will fill this gap. That is why we need to watch and control this someone. This is the main thing. The Federal Centre for Animal Health is, above all, the scientific institution. It deals not only with the diagnostics of all major diseases of animals, birds, and fish. It produces biological preparations and diagnostic kits. It performs independent testing for food safety. With the Information and Analysis Center, the Institute is able to forecast what can occur, where and when it can occur, because it is easier to prevent the disease than to cure it. That is the way it happened with lumpy skin disease. We knew that the disease was sneaking up on our borders, and we developed the vaccine successfully used in the Russian Federation, and the outbreaks, when they occurred, were contained. However, fortune is unpredictable. In 2013, the south of Russian Far East and northeast of China were trapped by the forces of nature. A huge flood evoked FMD outbreaks. Infected animal carcasses from flooded Chinese pastures were brought by the water currents to the Russian border. The Institute responded rapidly. The specialists went on site to take samples, typed the isolated virus in the laboratories, selected appropriate vaccines, rendered the consultancy to the regional veterinary services, and as a result, FMD was eradicated at the primary outbreaks. We feel that we are highly demanded, we are in good form, and we can solve any problem. The Institute is forward-thinking in combating its archenemy. The status of the OIE and FAO reference laboratory supports that, because the assistance to neighboring countries is the guarantee of Russia's freedom from epidemics. During the last 3 years, we have tripled the export supplies, and I will tell you, this is not the limit, because several countries now, for example Taiwan, have eradicated FMD using our vaccines, as they have vaccinated their population for 15 to 18 years before. We started importing ARRIAH vaccines in 2001, and the vaccination campaign was successful because firstly, the vaccine was based on O Taiwan strain, specific for our region, and secondly, the Taiwanese government trusted in high quality of ARRIAH vaccines. And since our Russian partner has proved itself an institution producing high-quality vaccines, we would like to continue our cooperation in other fields too, including poultry diseases. May 2018. At the OIE General Session in Paris, the Federal Centre for Animal Health was granted a long-awaited status of the OIE Reference Laboratory for avian influenza and Newcastle disease. But the ambitious plans of the Institute go further than that. We are also preparing files to apply for the status of the OIE Reference Laboratory for African swine fever. Now we are actively developing diagnostic kits based on PCR. This is a highly accurate technique. In other words, 2 to 4 hours are needed to make a diagnosis. Today, the FGBI ARRIAH produces diagnostic kits and vaccines against diseases of cattle, pigs, poultry, and wild carnivores. In total, more than 100 product items, 78 different vaccines, 21 diagnostic kits, 7 chemotherapeutical drugs, protected by 69 Russian Federation patents. When our scientific developments are brought to life in products, diagnostic kits, vaccines, which are highly demanded not only in our country, but on the fiercely competitive global market occupied by the companies with a centuries-long history, it means we keep pace successfully. We are the best exporters, and this is recognized. The heart of the Institute is definitely people. Great scientific advances are impossible without qualified staff. We hope that the significance of the Institute will only grow, and we make numerous efforts for people to realize that it is an honor today to work at the Institute. Currently, 880 people are employed by the Federal Centre for Animal Health. 130 out of them are candidates of sciences, and 30 employees are PhD students. Behind these dry figures are lives of people who devoted themselves to a beloved profession, and through their own example, they brought up worthy successors.